Not all bellies are the same, and the reason why your belly looks the way it does is a combination of so many different things, like your lifestyle as well as your genetics, but most importantly, the lifestyle. And understanding what type of belly you have will help you determine how you can fix it. Some of you are out here doing 1,000 crunches a day, starving yourselves, doing the most useless random exercises, thinking that it's going to make your belly fat disappear. In this video, I'm breaking down the 5 most common belly types in men, and most importantly, what you can actually do about it. So first, and probably the most common one, is the skinny fat belly type. And I see this all the time with guys who say they don't really need to go to the gym because they're naturally slim. And men who typically have this type of belly, they probably go to the gym, but they go to the gym pretty inconsistently. And they also eat pretty inconsistently as well. So when the shirt comes off, there's this soft little pouch right here. So their arms are thin, their legs are thin, but the stomach is round, it's soft, it's undefined. They don't really have ab definition. And this usually happens when someone does not resistance train consistently, or they don't really have a structured training plan. They don't focus on their nutrition. They're not changing any of their diet habits. They're certainly not doing enough cardio. They eat low protein and they live a moderately sedentary lifestyle. So their body's basically telling them that you're not really giving me a reason to build muscle. So I'm just gonna store energy as fat, even if you're not technically overweight. So what happens is low body fat plus moderate body fat. And that combination creates the classic skinny fat look. So what is the fix for this? The answer is not doing excessive cardio. Yes, you should be doing some sort of cardio, whether it's you walking for 30 to 45 minutes on a treadmill or a walking pad, or even outside for at least 3-4 times a week. But you don't have to go and do anything extremely excessive like running on a treadmill for 2 hours. You don't have to starve yourself. What your body needs is muscle, which means you doing strength training that is progressive. Okay, you having a higher protein intake, which if you're struggling with your food, if you're struggling with nutrition and what to eat, make sure you grab my digital cookbook. You can find it down below in my description, or grab one of my training programs because they do come with 4-week nutrition guides. And also, most importantly, you need a slight calorie control. So you have to be in a slight calorie deficit, because in order for your body to lose fat, you cannot be consuming more energy than what your body is burning. So once your body starts building muscle, you'll notice that that stomach is going to start tightening a lot easier. Next belly type is the beer belly. Oh, the African uncles have left the WhatsApp group. They've left the group chats. They don't want to hear these. We all know exactly what this belly type looks like. There's someone in our social circle that has a beer belly. So with this person, their arms are relatively normal. Their lower body is relatively normal as well. But the stomach is big and round like a balloon. And the stomach sticks out even when the rest of the body doesn't really look overweight. And this type of belly fat comes from what we call visceral fat. And this is fat that is stored around your internal organs, and usually the most dangerous as well. And the biggest contributors to this type of belly is, one, excess alcohol intake. So that's why we call it the beer belly, because this person, they can drink 5 bottles of beer a day. Also, too many liquid calories. So they are drinking sodas, juices, like I said, alcohol, beer, all of it, you name it. Also, another contributor is highly processed foods. Pizza, burger, fries, fast, everything, you name it, they will eat it. And also poor sleep. Now, alcohol is especially brutal because it adds so many unnecessary extra calories. Also, it disrupts your body's metabolism and it reduces your body's ability to burn fat effectively. Okay, so the body begins to start storing fat centrally around your stomach. And unfortunately, this type of fat is linked to higher health risks like heart disease and insulin resistance. Now, the good news here is that it does respond very quickly to lifestyle change. So reducing that alcohol intake, reducing the consumption of liquid calories, increasing that daily movement, getting proper sleep, and you are going to see that belly shrink quite quickly. Next is a stress belly. And this one is a little bit more sneaky because sometimes a person isn't even eating that badly, but their stomach stays bloated, it stays tight, tight, and it's constantly distended. And this is often linked to chronically elevated cortisol. Cortisol is our stress hormones. And when stress is high for long periods of time, the body tends to store fat around the abdomen. But it's not just fat. So you'll often see constant bloating, poor digestion, water retention, and the stomach can look firm and swollen, even if the overall body fat isn't high. Some major contributors to this is high work stress, improper sleep, overtraining without recovery, high caffeine, constant mental pressure. So if you're the type of person who's grinding 14 hours a day, you're only sleeping 4 hours, you're drinking 5 cups of coffee a day, your body is basically in survival mode. And survival mode loves storing belly fat. So the fix here isn't just diet and exercise. You have to make some changes. You have to manage your stress, improve your sleep cycles, make sure you're getting enough sunlight, make sure that you're incorporating some light movements at least 5 times a week so you can walk, and also prioritizing recovery. So overall, your body just needs to start feeling safe enough for it to stop storing body fat. Next, we have the dad belly. And this one tends to show up in men who are over the ages of like 30, 40, men who are in their 50s. And this is usually a combination of so many things, one of them being low testosterone levels. And this type of belly is usually a combination of a few things, one of them being lower testosterone, 2, reduced activity levels, and years of small lifestyle changes that are basically just adding up. So this is not necessarily extreme obesity, but the stomach slowly starts becoming thicker and softer over time. So you often hear, oh, I used to be in great shape in my 20s, but life happened. Work got busier. I had kids. I stopped going to the gym, and metabolism changes slightly with age. But the biggest factor is usually reduced muscle mass and movement. So you're not training, you're not building any muscle, your movements are very limited, all right? So you're not really active. Muscle is metabolically active tissue. So the less muscle mass that you have, the fewer calories that your body burns when you are at rest. So fat gain becomes easier. So the solution to this, you probably already guessed it, is strength training. Go to the gym, lift weights 3 to 4 times a week minimum. That's enough. Lifting weights becomes so much more important as you begin to get older. That's literally when your body needs it the most. Building muscle is what's going to improve your body's metabolism, your body's insulin sensitivity, your body's body composition, and your hormonal health. So if you're getting to your mid-30s, if you're over the age of 40s, and you're noticing that that belly is getting bigger, the gym should not be an option for you anymore. It's necessary, it's an essential, and it's a non-negotiable. And I know a lot of guys who say, oh, I don't really want to go to the gym. I don't want to lift weights because I don't want to get too big. Who dashed you too big? Literally. A lot of people really think that the second that they walk into the gym and pick up 5 kg dumbbells a few times, then they're going to look like The Rock. Do you know how many years of lifting that you have to do in order for you to build sufficient amount of muscle mass? So saying that you don't want to go to the gym and lift weights because you don't want to get too big, like, what made you feel entitled to such an achievement? You should be going to the gym to at least stay fit, to at least build some muscle definition, some lean muscle mass that could help improve your body's metabolism, that could help you secure some strength as you get older. And then we have the overweight belly. And this one is the most obvious. You're just fat, okay? I'm sorry. Body fat is just elevated throughout the entire body, not just the stomach. Your face is fat, your neck is fat, your arms are fat, your chest is fat, your belly is fat, your thighs are fat. You're carrying excess fat throughout your entire body. And this usually comes down to one primary factor. It's bottom line, you consistently eating more calories than what your body is burning. There's no magic. There's no science behind this, okay? Don't need a scientist to figure this out. There's no mystery. You're not giving your body a reason for it to burn fat. You're consuming way too many calories. You're eating everything and you don't exercise. And I don't want to hear it's your genetics or fat runs in my family. Nobody runs in your family. So I don't need to give you a complicated explanation for this one. It's basically just energy and imbalance over time. Now, I'm not going to beat you up here. This might not necessarily mean that you're a lazy person or you lack discipline. I feel like everyone does have some sort of discipline in them. Sometimes for some people, it's easier for them to apply that discipline, and other people just need to be pushed a little bit more in order for that discipline to come. So for some people like this, a lot of times it's often often working jobs that are sedentary. So jobs that require them to always sit down. So you're working desk jobs. You don't really move around a lot. Also, it could be you always eating large portion sizes. It's you always eating frequent takeout. Anytime you want to eat, you order Burger King. Anytime you want to eat, you order out. The burgers, the fries, the pizza, the processed snacks all the time. That makes up 80, 85, 90% of your diet. And then maybe once every 3 months, you sit down and have a salad. And then you drench the salad in salad dressing. So the salad is not even healthy anymore. You're constantly consuming sugary drinks. You rarely drink water. These are small daily habits that gradually push those calories into the 4,000, 5,000, 7,000 calories a day. The solution here is very straightforward. So you do have hope, but you have to actually implement a lot of these things. You have to improve your food quality. Get my cookbook, okay? It's not expensive. If you calculate all the meals that you've taken out this week, you can purchase my cookbook for less. And it's going to help you cook your meals at home, so you know exactly the ingredients that's going into your foods. You can manage those ingredients, and that goes a long way. Secondly, you need to reduce your calorie intake. You're eating way too much. Way too much. You don't need that much. Stop eating like a thief. Increase your daily activity. If you don't know where to start with one of my at-home workout programs. You don't even need to go to a gym at this point. If you're intimidated going to the gym, you're overwhelmed, get one of my at-home workout programs in my description and start with one of those. And once you start progressing with your training and you can go to the gym, you need to strength train. You need to lift weights. Pick up some dumbbells. Pick up a barbell. Do some squats. Do some deadlifts. Do an RDL. And start building your strength. So your goal should be gradual fat loss while you're preserving muscle mass. And yeah, that is it for the video. This video is not to offend, okay? And if you are a little bit offended, maybe that is a sign for you to take control of your daily habits. And a win is a win, you know? So those are the 5 most common belly types in men and in women as well, because there's absolutely no reason why you're 25, 28, and you already are carrying a pot belly. Come on. And the most important thing you need to understand is that your belly type is not random. It is a direct reflection of your lifestyle patterns. No one is perfect. It's the way you eat, the way you train, the way you sleep, your stress levels, and just your overall daily habits. Okay, so we're not all perfect, and we don't all have the same 24 hours in a day. There are people that work late, that they can only get about 6 or 5 hours of sleep a night. I get that. All of that shows up right here. All you need to do is just make small changes in your daily life. Just small habits. You don't have to do extreme things. You don't need to go on extreme cuts or extreme diets. Small swaps. For example, if you're the type of person who loves to drink Coke every day, switch to Diet Coke. But yeah, let me know your thoughts down below in the comments. Make sure you check out all the links in my description, my cookbook, my training programs, my fitness app. And if you want some exclusive content, join my all access. Links are going to be in my description. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video.